Give me that!
Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to another episode of the Debaited podcast.
Be
You
around
don't
kids.
have to
I don't
be
think you
a-
should.
Don't
If Lucy
interrupt
Tube
me,
was
you
accused of
fucking
the same
rat.
thing-
Let me
you
speak.
fucking lying piece of shit. In real life, and you were on fire, I wouldn't piss on you to put you out, you motherfucker.
Stop it.
There are very few YouTube videos that I cannot wait for a new episode, new video to come out. And one of those channels that I can't wait to produce a new video was Debaited. The Debaited podcast is one of the best podcasts I feel that I've ever listened to. I do listen to a lot of podcasts. I listen to Serial. I listen to The Weekly Planet. There are really good stuff out there. Hot Wet Soup is a new one I'm listening to. The Trending Topics is a new one I'm listening to. But Debaited was the alpha. It worked because the topics were interesting and the chemistry between the hosts worked extremely well. But for anybody that has been following what's been happening with Debaited, we all know that Debaited is pretty much done now. There's a new lineup of hosts, and I kind of want to talk about what I feel about the old Debaited and the new Debaited. So let's start with the old Debaited. It was a classic hit pretty much from the start, from I think episode 2. I started watching episode 3, but it was a hit from the start. It worked so well because first of all you had Keemstar, which was this powerhouse, aggressive, raw, did not give a shit what anybody thought. He was kind of like the villain of the video. And like Darth Vader, he's a villain that we love to hate. In the opposite coin, we also had Colossal is Crazy, which at the time had a relatively small channel. I think it was 70,000 to 100,000. Relatively small. Only uploaded like 9 videos, which were all classically well done. But what he brought to the table was he thought very logically. His words were very well articulated, and morally he actually stood for something. It wasn't just about making money, it was about bringing your point across. So with these two opposites, yin yang if you will, they clashed a lot. And that friction and tension, it really came through, and it actually gave another character life, which is drama within the drama of whatever topic they were talking about. That was interesting. There of course was a third party also present, which did not influence the chemistry that much. I'm obviously talking about Tommy C. Now what he basically brought to the table was he was the friend in the room. It was kind of like the laughing track. You know what I'm talking about, like whenever you make a joke and the joke might not be that funny, there's still somebody there laughing at you. Or whenever two guys are fighting, there's somebody there to kind of break the tension. And occasionally he would also bring up a good point. So, as he would state, he was a sniper of the team. I wouldn't go that far, but he did contribute to the team. Mainly it was Colossal and Keemstar that were like the smash hit of the show. That chemistry worked. Unfortunately, due to financial issues, meaning that Keemstar wanted 50%, Colossal wanted 30%, and Tommy didn't really care too much about the money. He was okay with his 20%. He would have taken even less, but Clown wanted Tommy to get more. So they had like a discussion with that, which brought up another situation, and that situation led to another situation. But what it came down to is Keemstar wanted Tommy out. I thoroughly believe that, and when he couldn't get that, he also didn't get the respect from Colossal is Crazy, in the sense of, I'm a bigger channel than you, so do as you are told. When he didn't get that, everything started to fall apart slowly but steadily. And then Tommy did something to try and aggravate the situation, to let something happen. And what he did was, he said, if you're not gonna meet us halfway, I'm leaving. And because of the pact that Colossal is Crazy and Tommy C made in episode 1 or 2, I believe, or even before that, that if one leaves, the other one's gonna leave as well. Colossal is Crazy actually stood true to that pact, and they both left Debaited podcast. I don't go into too much. Obviously, there's more to the story than that, but the story's been done to death already. So I feel I'm just going to reiterate what other people have been saying over and over and over in every single video. So there's a lot of issues like Keemstar didn't trust Colossal is Crazy after the Leafy situation, a big thing because he didn't tell Colossal is Crazy didn't tell Keemstar that Leafy was here, was going to make a video about him, blah, 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 blah. I don't believe that's the reason why all this broke apart, so I'm not going to go into all that. But what I actually want to talk about is what happened next. Obviously, Colossal is Crazy and Tommy C is going to make their own own podcast with Dead on Dave. I believe they chose Dead on Dave because they want to give him a chance and want to have more of a friendship-based podcast, which is, which is fine. But the new Baited, I just watched the first episode, and I want to give them the benefit of the doubt because I'm a new YouTuber myself. I don't have that many videos out yet. I know it's hard to learn and to create something and to actually build a platform. So benefit of the doubt, first episode, it was not great. It was actually pretty horrible. It was boring in parts and it was actually quite offensive in other parts. The new host they got, as most people know, is Chad and Andy. Keemstar was still pretty great. He's still the same person. The only problem was he was like this flame, and where Colossus would try and put out the flame, and the flame would just start to like burn more. Andy and Chad were just there like trying to crack a few jokes. Unfunny jokes, which is the problem. Now, humor is subjective, but if your biggest joke is just to like throw shock words out there, that's not interesting. This character Chad, or anything for viewers as he calls himself, he wasn't funny at all, and he destroyed the entire flow of the podcast. The entire point of the podcast was a debate on a certain topic, not just to throw in a few jokes. There are many other podcasts out there that do just that. You don't need that in Baited. And the jokes he made wasn't even funny or well formed. It was just shock humor. And shock humor works if there's actually context to it. Like, I give you an example. Shock humor, like fart humor, where somebody just farts, that's not funny. Fart humor within a certain situation that might make it awkward or change the plot of the story, that can be funny. He just said shocking things because he thought that's what's funny. It wasn't funny. Andy, on the other hand, I think might actually work. The only problem is he agrees too much. Obviously, just the first episode. I don't expect all of them to have their opinions on full blast yet. Still trying to find their feet, so give him the benefit of the doubt. I do think Andy might be able to work. But he was also goofing off way too much in that episode. Stick to the topic. Get a discussion going. You can argue or you can agree, but get the discussion actually going. Don't just yes, and then throw in a few jokes. It was boring. Now, there was some major backlash with the like to dislike ratio, which obviously there's a lot of fans that was a big fan of the previous Baited, so that's understandable that they just clicked on dislike even before watching the video. Keemstar said in a Twitter post that it actually went off very well, which I guess you have to take his word for. So I'm not going to put any value into the dislike to like ratio, because that might just be people, before they even watch the episode, just click like or dislike because they didn't like the fact that Colossus Crazy isn't there anymore. But what I can say is the Baited episode did not work. The new one did not work, and I just hope they can go back. Keemstar can maybe look at this because he's the only one that can save this now. I'm sorry. The other two, not so much. Take a step back, see there's a problem here, and try and fix the problem by sticking to the actual topics. I'm going to give them the benefit of the doubt. I'm going to watch a few more episodes. Hopefully it will get better. If it doesn't, I'm hoping for Catch 33, which is Colossus Crazy's podcast, to do better. Otherwise, I'm just going to stick to Hot Wet Soup or the trending topic for my drama podcast news. I do believe they have the talent there, or they execute in the right way. That's the question, and I'm looking forward to seeing what the answer is going to be. I am actually a supporter of Keemstar. He messes up a lot, but he is an entertaining character, and where I felt like Drama Alert actually limits his talent, the Baited opens up that talent and he can actually express himself in a very aggressive way. So here's hoping he can fix it. So fingers crossed that Baited podcast and Catch 33 will work out just fine. If you agree or disagree, please have a discussion in the comment section. Obviously just my opinion. And if there's any trending topic you want me to talk about, also let me know. Thank you very much for listening. I'll see you in the next one. Peace.